Hey everybody, and in this video, this is all going to be about following the narrative. And what do I mean by following the narrative? Well, we've been talking about a lot of things that have been shaping up for XRP that are all about the narrative. Number one, talking about United States government, and I don't just mean the SEC, but also the green energy initiatives. But we're also going to be talking about what type of massive advertising campaigns XRP is now getting that could really shape up for the next 6 to 12 months to be one of the best that XRP has ever seen. We now have the former Treasury Secretary of the Obama administration chiming in on this, as well as BitBoy Crypto, who is one of the biggest crypto YouTubers in terms of subscriber base, and even he has things to say about XRP. But now, one of the most interesting developments in all of crypto and specific to XRP is the announcement that the Federal Reserve is going to be announcing something later this summer, and I'm going to be talking about what that is, how it relates to XRP, and how it could be one of the biggest catalysts of XRP growth. Not only that, some of the biggest Bitcoin price predictors are out there once again after the massive crash yesterday, and we're going to be talking about what those people said for Bitcoin, because as we all know, Bitcoin drives this market. We're going to be talking about what their predictions are and why they're making those predictions. Hey everyone, my name is Randy. Welcome back to the Late Night Grind, and on this channel I am covering the SEC versus Ripple case, as well as other cryptocurrency news, investment markets, personal finance, and stimulus updates. So if any of those topics interest you, go ahead and click that subscribe button, and also don't forget to tap that bell notification icon. That way YouTube will notify you when I release a new video, and of course I do that when I get some new developments. And in this space, there are always a ton of new developments. So if you're feeling generous, I'd really appreciate a big thumbs up. It really helps out with a newer YouTube channel like this, and it just tells YouTube to share this video with other new audiences. So if you do that, I greatly appreciate it. Alright guys, well, this is my final video in a vacation mode. My next videos will be coming out back in the Late Night Grind studio, which is in my house, and I'm really looking forward to getting back at it. So with all that said, let's jump right into it. So I wanted to start this video with a little quick announcement. Tomorrow, or actually later today, is a big day in terms of the SEC versus Ripple case. There's a hearing that is going to be going on between the SEC and Ripple and Judge Netburn presiding. Now what that's going to be is basically the SEC filed a motion in which it says Ripple received legal advice back in 2012 and told them basically that they may or may not be violating securities laws. Well, the SEC wants those documents to come out to the forefront. Ripple says, no, we don't have to turn over those documents because of client privilege, among other arguments. And the SEC says, yeah, you actually do. So tomorrow they're going to have a hearing, and Judge Netburn is going to make a ruling on that, on whether or not Ripple actually has to turn that over. So I don't know how long it's going to last, but this is one of those that 4,000 people are going to be able to attend. So I'm going to link the details of that call in the description below. It's the same as the past few, where you're not allowed to stream it, record it, or rebroadcast it in any way, shape, or form, or they will arrest you. But if you're interested in attending, I'll leave that information in the description down below. Okay, so getting into what the narrative is shaping up to be. I'm going to start by talking about what the United States government is actually talking about in regards to XRP. I'm going to be talking about what a former Treasury Secretary just said about XRP, most recently in a TV interview. And this, of course, is Rosie Rios. She is now on the board at Ripple. And in the interview, she basically stated why she joined Ripple, and that she believes that Ripple is actually one of the few and credible use cases in all of crypto. Now, as a former Treasury Secretary, she really has her thumb on the pulse of what's going on that side of things, as well as on the crypto side of things now. And this is part of that massive marketing campaign that I was alluding to earlier, because not only do we have Ripple, of course, doing their own promotion of Ripple and XRP, which is what they're going to do, but now we have some other people talking about it. BitBoy Crypto, who's one of the biggest YouTube channels in the crypto space, just a couple of weeks ago announced that they are adding XRP back into their portfolio. He believes that Ripple has the upper hand in this case against the SEC, and that was major news for his channel. And of course, we have Elon Musk, who recently announced that he's no longer accepting Bitcoin as payments for Tesla because he doesn't like how much energy is being used by all the mining rigs to mine Bitcoin. It's not as eco-friendly as he would like. Now, there's some wild speculation about why he's actually doing this, and I'm not going to get into that in this video, but it basically revolves around Elon Musk coming out with new mining initiatives or new mining machines that people could be using. Tesla Tesla batteries and Tesla solar powered batteries and mining rigs and all kinds of stuff that I'm not getting into. But that's a wild speculation as of right now. But the one thing he did say was that Tesla was only going to accept cryptocurrencies that are extremely eco-friendly. Obviously, XRP fits that bill. In fact, there's only a couple of others that really fit that bill. XRP is about 57,000 times more energy efficient than Bitcoin in terms of a per transaction basis, but Tesla and Elon Musk's name is out there. It is a mainstream name and is now getting mainstream coverage. And once things like XRP fall into that conversation, you know it's only a matter of time before the rest of the mainstream media catch on and start talking about that. But the biggest one that actually just dropped a few hours ago was that the United States government, in fact the Federal Reserve, just announced that later this summer they're going to be releasing a research report that they put together on releasing basically a CBDC, which is a central bank digital currency or a digital dollar. Now this is huge because if you've been an XRP holder and you've been watching all kinds of videos on this channel as well as others, you know that CBDCs is kind of a head scratcher for a lot of people because it's not necessarily pro crypto because a central bank has control over certain financial aspects, whereas crypto, it became popular because of all the decentralization, the inability to manipulate and control it. XRP is one of those things that can facilitate transactions on both sides. So the announcement of the United States that they're possibly looking into essentially a digital dollar or a CBDC, guess who is the biggest and most used cryptocurrency that is used as a bridge currency for all those cross-border payments? That's XRP. So I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye out for when that comes out and really interested to hear what they say, because this also comes on the heels of what China just did, which was to release the digital yuan. It's interesting to see that the US is now following suit, and it's only a matter of time before many other countries do. In fact, many other countries have already begun that initiative. Once again, this narrative is now starting to take form. When you have governments involved in creating central bank digital currencies, and you know if they're anything like the United States government or this current administration, they're going to be interested in anything that's eco-friendly or considered green, at least on the surface. That puts XRP front and center. See where this narrative is going? So now we have this narrative that's taking place. We also have the SEC versus Ripple that's taking place. And there's a speculation that, yeah, this could settle very soon. There's also speculation that this may not settle until next year. It may not settle at all. And it may go all the way to the Supreme Court. And who knows how long that will take to get regulatory clarity. Now, in my last video, I stated that if Gary Gensler doesn't take this up in probably the next 2 to 3 weeks in terms of a settlement, he may not be paying any attention to it at all and just letting the courts take it. So that's one thing that could be holding things up. But on the other side, there's two things that could really be driving the price of XRP in the near term, or at least in the next 6 to 12 months, as one of the best potential crypto investments you can make. Cathie Wood of ARK Investments recently went on a television interview slating that, actually just yesterday, even in the midst of this Bitcoin crash, she said she believes that Bitcoin is going to end up in $500,000 plus range. Now, obviously there's other guys like Michael Saylor say at some point it's going to be $1, $3, even $5 million valuation. They're obviously doubling down on the fact that they believe Bitcoin as a whole is going to continue to go up, regardless of the volatility that's going on now. And that was backed up by Plan B. Now, if you don't follow anything in the crypto space, Plan B is a Twitter user who came up with the stock to flow model specifically for Bitcoin. And his chart he came out with in 2019, and it's been incredibly accurate since then. It basically modeled all of the stock incoming, which is basically all the mining of Bitcoin and how fast it's coming in, versus the value of it as it grows over time. As more Bitcoin is entered into the market, and as it slows, what the scarcity does to the value of Bitcoin. Now, according to his model, Bitcoin should hit somewhere between 200 to 300,000 by the end of the year, based on the Bitcoin halvings that happen roughly every 4 years. Meaning every 4 years, the amount of Bitcoin coming into the market gets cut in half. Not the total amount of Bitcoin, but the amount coming into the market, the amount that's paid to the miners. So he doubled down and said everything is lining up exactly as his chart is saying. Even this most recent crash yesterday that took it all the way down to $30,000, he's seeing many of the same pinpoints that his modeling shows is now starting to hit in reality. He's doubling down and saying Bitcoin is going to go through the roof. And if that happens, we all know what's going to happen to the rest of the altcoin market. XRP is one of the biggest ones that stands to benefit. If there's regulatory clarity, if there's a settlement, if there's a win for XRP before the end of this bull run, you could be seeing a massive, massive price increase for XRP. Many of those are saying that best case scenario, by the end of the year, XRP could be seeing triple digits. That is if they win the SEC case, and that is if the stock to flow model holds true and Bitcoin goes through the roof and takes XRP and many of the altcoins with it. $100 plus by the end of the year would definitely be in play. And even the ones that are looking at short-term numbers, if they win the SEC case or have a settlement in the next couple of weeks, couple of months, are looking at a $15 plus price speculation for XRP, which is why I'm looking at XRP as one of the best potential, and I do say potential, things to put your money into for the next 6 to 12 months, especially the next 6 months. Now, of course, I'm not a financial expert or a crypto expert, so don't do anything based on what these videos are based on what my videos are saying. But that's all I got for you today. I appreciate you guys watching it to the very end. I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments section down below if you think these narratives are starting to shape up, or if you think there's something that could collapse every single one of these. Let me know in the comments section down below. I'd love to read all your comments. And once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.